What's good? I already talked about this on Twitter and Instagram about the ruling the IBF came down with, and I'll link a description in there. We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella talking that real true boxing talk, and Gennady Golovkin is faced with a decision. I mean, he's going to be able to keep his IBF title versus Martirosyan. The IBF is the only sanctioned belt body of the WBC and the Super WA title he holds that did not sanction his fight with Martirosyan going down May 5th. Instead, they will let him keep the belt, even though the IBF won't be up for Martirosyan, to win. If he fights Derevianchenk by August 3rd, he gets to keep the belt. Other than that, it's getting stripped. So we know he's gonna be fighting Canelo in September. He might as well just get an IBF up and let Demetrius Andrade and Shevchenko fight for that title. What's so crazy about it is, he was supposed to be undisputed and do all that. Now those dreams are looking very, very bleak. And what else can we say? He had ample opportunities to be the undisputed champion in the middleweight division. And, when he let Oscar De La Hoya grab him by his collar and play with him like a joystick, and tell him, don't fight Billy Joe Saunders in June, or you won't get the Canelo fight. When he told him that, Gennady Golovkin listened. He wanted the money so bad. So, at the end of the day, he did it to himself. Now he's just going to be the Super WA champion, WBC champion. And what's so crazy about that is he got 2 mandatories for those belts if he get past Canelo in September. Danny Jacobs said today, we talked about it already earlier today, WBA is going to make him Golovkin's mandatory if he beat Shalutsky tomorrow night. And Charlo is already ordered to get the winner Canelo Triple G2 in September, no matter what. So, the walls is caving down on Golovkin. After the Canelo fight, that might be his last big payday. And he already said he don't really care about moving up to the super middleweight division because, unless it's for a big fight. And it is what it is. I'm not surprised about nothing that's going down. This dude's career has been match made perfectly. He been fraudulent. Not saying that the guy can't fight, but 36 years old and your best world title win, to win a title, was against Dave Lemieux. That says it all right there. Definitely not a Hall of Famer in my book. I don't give a fuck about records or being undefeated or knockout ratios. When you look at who you beat, and that's not Hall of Fame worthy unless you're grading on the Arturo Gatti scale. This dude's career fell well short of the greatness, the potential greatness that people have for him, period. I'm not going to be one of these Stevie Kim, Doug Fisher, Dan Rayfield, and just sugarcoat this guy's career. It's been bland, it's been mundane. Whatever adjective you want to use to say boring, sorry as fuck, and a lot left to be desired, And even in the fights, when he stepped up in competition, when he stepped up versus Kell Brook, he was getting pieced up when he stepped up versus Danny Jacobs. Many of us felt like he lost when he fought Canelo. I thought Canelo won, but I think it was fishy due to the clenbuterol. Not even the clenbuterol in the first fight. He was on some shit in the first fight. So, it is what it is. He don't want to fight Shevchenko, who got 12 fights. Obviously, Canelo bring a bigger bag, so 1 + 1 = 2 equation. I'm going for the bigger money if I'm Golovkin anyway. At the end of the day, being undisputed would have put him up there with some Pantheon of greats and would have gave him a stronger push for the Hall of Fame. But they gonna put him in there just because of the clout that he had and the false clout that he had. Man, this dude never had no juice. Man, he didn't dominate a division. Sergio Martinez career was far better than Gennady Golovkin's. He beat Cali Pavlik and moved up and beat Cali Pavlik. That was a better win than anything Golovkin had got right there. And this is a Sergio Martinez who started boxing at like 21 years old. So, Golovkin won a silver medal. Good for him. Hand clap. But, at the end of the day, running from guys like Shevchenko, Andrade, and Jacobs, potentially Andrade, Jacobs, and Shevchenko, he ain't ducked or ran for nobody yet. That just tells you right there, when this division heated up and got some real competition, and Billy Joe Saunders now, he melded in and he went for the money. So I don't want to hear about this guy had, at the Hall of Fame speech, whatever retirement speech he had. He loved the game and it was all about boxing and He was entrenched in boxing. No, he loved the money. He fought for the money. The same shit y'all said about Mayweather. Same shit they said about Sugar Ray Leonard. About the money, about the money, about the money. It was for Golovkin. It's just the fact that he didn't touch M's and my Danny Jacob voice like Leonard and like Mayweather. He didn't touch them, because at the end of the day, his promotion and management was gang banging on his dumb ass and fucked his whole career up. And he didn't take no risks. Fighting Canelo ain't taking no damn risk. He didn't take no risk with Andre Ward, with Froch, to try to move up now and try to be great and fight one of these young guns like Shevchenko or Charlo. So at the end of the day, his career was a fairy tale. It's a myth. It was overrated, oversaturated to this point. And Shevchenko, hopefully he just dropped the title. Let Shevchenko, Demetrius Andrade fight for that vacant title on Showtime or ESPN, perhaps HBO. We gone.